Hey, everybody. What is going on? What is shaking out there in your world today on Wednesday? Man, April 12th. What is going on? Pete Henderson already in there, man. I swear, Peter, you're ready to go. Every time the show goes live, I think you're the first guy on there, buddy. Glad to have you back. Seems like it's been a while, doesn't it? But not really. Just not in the studio. Been out and about. Been in Louisville, Kentucky. So that's going to be kind of what the show's all about today. We're going to be talking about what happened in Louisville at Matt's and outside at the Paul K. Young Truck Beauty Championship. In and outside the show, throughout the different wings, North Wing, West Wing, South Wing, all throughout the showgrounds there at the Kentucky Exposition Center. So, yeah, man. Hey, and there's some of you coming in on the groups, whatever group you're coming in on. Um, Let me know if you guys are getting the message in the beginning when you first push the button to come in. It asks you if you can share your identity, or it's okay for StreamYard to come in and share who you are. That's all it's asking you to do. That's all we'd like you to do, because I got a Facebook user who says, "Here as always, Billy Joe, is that you? It might be you. You're always in there on the group, man." But want to make sure we have as many touch points out there to get you guys into the show as possible. Of course, we stream on YouTube, and we stream on several channels throughout Facebook. My personal profile has it over there. Double J, 10-4 Magazine, of course, Truckin For Kids, 10-4 Magazine Lounge, and the Folsom Radio Show. Also is simulcasting Studio 10-4 live weekly update. So, how many hands in the house? How many of y'all went to Matt's last week? Cody, what's going on? Yeah, Cody, and thanks, buddy. Thanks for filling me in on that. That's probably why people are not getting the identity thing worked out, because it's not asking them. Gary, what is up? Gary Dean Jones and Mr. Jamie Williams, what's going on? Both of our friends at 10-4 Magazine there that were at the well, I should take that back. Gary's truck was at the show, but Jamie and his trucks were at the show. So far we got that straight. Man, was there some trucks. Man, was there some trucks at the show this year. Every year we keep saying it, the bar keeps getting elevated. I have to say, in all honesty, you know what? I think that's true this year. But it seemed like last year it was more of a breakthrough year, because probably we had 2 years of no show, and we were so ready to be there and see what was going on and what everybody looked like. Maybe that was it. I don't know, but it just seemed that way to me. And the other thing that was noticeable, was inside the buzz was all in the North Wing and the West Wing, as far as I'm concerned. It seemed like those two places were where all the action was going on, and man, and both of them were buzzing. That's where really action was happening. People were at our booth was buzzing every day, all day long, and so was the North Wing, and frankly, so was the West Wing. As soon as we got into the West Wing to start doing some live streams, man, it was packed in there. Eddie Staley, what's happening? Galen Hammett, what's going on, buddy? Good to have you on the show. And Facebook user says, "Hey JT, trucking it up, Vegas bound. Good for you." And let me know who you are, because it's not telling me, and that's just a problem with StreamYard when you come in through a group. As far as what we're doing outside of what we're going to talk about today, a couple of things I want to get out there. If you haven't registered for Truckin For Kids, pre-registered, get over there and pre-register. You definitely want to get that done. There's only 200 of the bonus buckets that are going to be coming out. That first 200 pre-registers, get those, and once they're gone, they're gone. And those are full of all kinds of cool stuff like they were last year, but even better and even more. So yeah, CG, there you go, buddy. What's going on, man? CG So's in the house. Nice to have you, partner. Always good to have you in the show. The pre-registration gets you in, get you set up, get in there Saturday. Oh, Jamie, sorry to hear that, buddy. Sorry you're not going to make it, man. You'll be missed. That would have been cool if you guys could have made it out there. But listen, I get it. Everybody's busy, and you can only go so many shows and places throughout the year. So Everybody do what the heck you can. Mr. Blake Scribner Media, what's going on? Dallas says hello. Hey, Dallas, what's going on, buddy? Not Dallas, the city. That's my buddy, Dallas. That's Blake's brother-in-law there. And he's a good guy there, Mr. Dallas. What's going on? Good to see you and have you on the show. Anyway, Brandon Carpenter, dang, got everybody tuning in right on. Hey, let's take a minute here before I get too carried away. I want to do something. I want to thank all the sponsors that made it possible for us to do all the live streams that we did. I want you to know we appreciate you. First off, I want to thank boss man Brian Martin and all the folks at Four State Trucks. Those guys, always solid gold, came through for us on Wednesday and Thursday. Dickerson Custom Trucks. Evan, of course, Evan Stagger, Evan's Polishing, Barry, that would be Lisa and Chad Barry Trucking, Custom Trucking. I call it custom trucking, but they're trucking, but they're still doing custom stuff. That's what they were doing at Matt's and previewing that dump truck they built. Minimizer, of course, Thursday night sponsor entirety. And I think we did a great job on Thursday night with the light show. We broke it into about 4 different segments and had a good time with that. Friday, Brandon Carpenter, of course, who I just called out on. He was part of Friday's show. Lifetime plastic lug nut covers. Nikki and JR over there. Pittsburgh Power, of course, Bruce Mallinson and all of his team at Pittsburgh Power over there in the West Wing. NAS, National Association of Show Trucks. Appreciate you guys for being on board as well. Be sure and go to our event page, everybody out there, and check out all the show listings that are on there, and the NAST listings especially. Check those out, where they're going to be and when, as well as all the rest that are on there too. And I hope to get the NAST guys on the show so we can talk about what they have coming up, because they've got some great shows coming up. Incidentally, Friday, when the weather was less than desirable out there, we did make a pass out there to try to get in to the NAST booth, but the weather just wouldn't allow for it. Unfortunately, live stream equipment and water do not get along, so that wasn't going to happen, and all the planets did not align, so we didn't make it out there to actually get into their booth, but certainly they were a part of the show all day, and hope you guys caught that. Saturday, Dickerson Custom Trucks again. Hood skins. Everybody needs hood skins, man. If you got a squeaky hood, get your hood skins, get that taken care of. Renegade over there in the West Wing. We went over and talked to Rami and all the ladies over there. Big Rig Barbie and everybody was in the booth. That was a lot of fun. Always a good show and a good time. And again, Lifetime as well. So thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. We love our sponsors. Can't do it without you. And thanks for being there again. We hope you'll be back with us again next year as well. All right. Who else jumped in here? Alyssa, how are you tonight? Good to have you. And Brandon, thanks for the cold PBRs, man. My buddy right there. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, can't ask for a better setup. He's got that trailer that he's set up like a pretty much a honky tonk lounge, man, and a cool setup. So before I get too much further along, I want to thank my cameraman partners that helped me out all through the show. Frank Strohmeyer was there with us, and his buddy Paul. The guys were there and helping us get through the live streams and working the camera and crowd control and everything else. And want to give a big thanks. And right now, actually, what I want to do is I'm bring Frank right on into the show. Frank, what's going on, buddy?
Not too much. Yourself?
I'm here with you now, man. We're here doing the show and making it happen. You got a great view behind you there, bud.
Yeah, we got some great weather here for a change. It's well needed. I mean, it's been raining for quite a lot lately. So seems like since last Friday, it just started, getting nice and warm and stopped raining for a change.
It sounds like the Masters. You got the birds chirping in the background and all that. I don't know if you caught any of the Masters this weekend, but Jim Nantz, all through his commentary, he had that same bird all freaking weekend, man. Oh, they got the wildlife there behind you.
Yeah. Good old Winston.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great studio there. I like that view. That's a good one. He just slapped you in the face, too.
Yeah. Thank you, Winston.
So, your take on the show. I mean, you guys were walking around with me and doing the live streams, but obviously that wasn't 100% of your time spent. So give me your take on what you saw and what you thought.
There was some really cool stuff this year. I mean, like that Roland Knoll truck. I mean, that really caught my eye with all the custom pinstriping and all the custom work that he had done on it.
You're talking rolling, yeah,
Or, yeah,
yeah,
Roland.
yeah.
And it's just a lot of cool stuff on that truck going on. And then the other one was that mint green Peterbilt that we did too, that we interviewed, and it was a bull hauler.
A bull hauler of all things,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I have to say, Cody's truck, that W900 pulling that cattle pot,
Yeah, yeah.
with all that green going on too. That was pretty sharp. And then that Kelly truck that we saw that was yellow, and
The end dump.
the dump trailer with
Yep,
the yellow
yep.
tarp, and then the yellow glitter floor on the
Yeah.
dashboard and on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty sharp.
Yep. You know what was fun going around and looking at the trucks that we ended up doing the live streams with and interviews with. We kind of went out there in the lot and went, hey, that's a nice truck. Let's go check that one out, and let's go check this one out. And I'm speaking about Saturday, of course. And we walk over to these trucks, and they got trophies in them. So
Yeah,
I think we were on the right track.
yeah, good timing.
Yeah,
Very
really,
good timing.
real good timing and good eye on part of the crew there to pick it all out and figure out which ones to go see. And listen, I'll tell you something, man. And if you're showing it at Louisville and you're showing at Matt's, listen, it's a fine line sometimes that separates you from trophy, no trophy, or first and second and third, and all those different places. So no less valued. And listen, everybody, congratulations to everyone that showed up. Period.
Definitely.
And everybody that brought home some trophies. You get a little extra special congratulations from us here at 10-4.
And I'd also like to thank Brandon for giving us that beer in his beer trailer too. So
I'm thinking about him right now. I got me a
that
PBR
was a
in my hand.
nice, nice place to take a break for a little bit and unwind and regroup.
Yep, get off the feet for a bit, sit down, chat, and get caught up. It was nice, Brandon. So thanks again for you.
Thanks again, Brandon. Yeah, appreciate it.
And Jamie, you know what, man? If trucking ever becomes a thing you don't want to do, man, you might get into the building business. I don't know. What do you think? Jamie Williams on board over here, and yeah, he always comes up with a winner, man. It just never ceases to amaze that consistent, high quality product gets put out and recognized, and certainly Jamie, you're always putting out nothing but the best. But so many good looking trucks out there, standouts. One of the funnest interviews I had was, and I'm going to get it wrong here, I know, Troy's daughter.
Oh, Olivia.
Olivia, thank you. Olivia Huddleston. So, Olivia, if you're watching and you're out there, I really appreciate the time you took to stand with me and talk and talk about your dad and his truck and what life's like going on going forward now and your family and really happy that everybody's able to move forward and try to kind of put all that together. It's not easy and especially when you're being reminded of it all the time, right? I mean, every time you turn around, somebody's got something nice to say, something to show, something to share. Again, here we are again. But one of the funnest interviews. I love the. I hate to say it, the youth, because I'm an old guy now, but the youngers out there that I like the energy, I like the vibe, and there's a lot of good youngsters out there, and I think she's definitely one of them. She's only 18, I think, something like that, 20.
I'm not sure, but you can't forget about Peyton either.
Yeah, she's a youngster. That's for sure. So,
yeah.
Good on you, Olivia, and we're friends on Facebook now. Hey, it's official. So, but that was one of the fun ones, and of course that area of trucks too was kind of exciting. You got Evan over there, Troy's old Freightliner over there.
You can't forget about Peyton too.
Hey, I'm Peyton. That guy. So, and listen, everybody, if you didn't catch the live streams on the days that they were actually streamed, they're on the Facebook page or on YouTube. You can go to either one and check them out. I take that back. We got one day out on YouTube and then the rest of them all on Facebook, but we'll share them over to YouTube. But they're all on Facebook. They're on our Facebook page, 10-4 Magazine, and there was a young man that came over when we started interviewing his dad. His name is the dad is Mark, and his truck was another. Well, that was a yellow or that was a yellow one, right?
That was like a lime metallic green.
Lime metallic green. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was crazy.
And that was over there by Troy's truck and
Right,
Evan and all those guys in that little area, kind of.
right.
And his Mark's son Peyton came over, and this kid was excited. He just loved the fact that 10-4 was there interviewing his dad, and he comes running up and says, "Hey, I'm Peyton." Like, well, hey, the show can start now. And sure enough, we got rolling, and you guys check the live stream out, and you'll get a kick out of it too. We did have a lot of fun walking around and looking at the trucks and of course capturing things that we did for you guys. One of the big things that you know I take it as a little bit of a concern, and that's the OEMs weren't there. So um, we gotta look at it's the elephant in the room. They weren't there.
Well, Kenworth was there.
Sorta, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but the
I
only
mean,
reason the only reason why they were there is because of the 100th anniversary for Kenworth,
correct. Yeah.
and that's it.
So, and it wasn't the usual PACCAR deal where they have the big red carpet and, one side's Kenworth, one side's Peterbilt, and they've got the
Right.
the beautiful hostesses and the night, nightgown dresses and
And the piano.
yeah, the whole deal. So, I know they've been at other shows, or at least one that I know of so far this year that
Yeah,
they
Con
they went,
Expo.
yeah, they went all in on. So I'm hoping that it's not a sign of anything. It's just that. And listen, I'm gonna broad stroke this. Um, Coming out of COVID, there's a lot of things that have changed. I get it. Whether it's business model, company. Um, Company budgeting, where they're going to spend their marketing dollars, how it's all going to go down. I completely understand it. Look, we're in the same boat. I mean, we can't go to every show. 10-4 picks out the shows that we want to, need to, feel like we can go to, and we do. But when you're probably as big as PACCAR or any of the other OEMs that are out there, you're talking a huge, you're bringing a big check with you to go into a show like that. So, but I just hope they make it back.
Yeah, it would be nice because there's a lot of drivers that go to this show, and the manufacturers have been targeting towards the customers, not the drivers.
Yeah.
There was a show I think in Atlanta a month ago, and they were all there for that, and they had all their electric trucks and all their other stuff, but they don't show up to mats anymore.
Yeah. Well, and again, like I said, I hope that's not any kind of a sign of anything. I hope that they do make it back and
It would be
and
nice.
they make themselves available. Look, I'm in the industry. I deal with customers from big companies, like Jamie Williams to single owner operators and everything in between. At my day job there at Rogue Truck Body, and um, people appreciate that we are there to talk to them, and I know they would appreciate it if the OEMs were there to talk to them as well. And
Because the drivers are going to have more input on what's going wrong or what's right about the
oh yeah,
OEMs and what the people that buy the stuff.
and they have the biggest list of questions too. I mean, let's face
Right,
it, they're the ones into things every day.
right.
So all of them, and I'm not just singling out the PACCAR teams, but there's everybody else out there that wasn't there either. I mean, Mack, Volvo, Freightliner. As far as I did not see them, so I hope I'm not calling anybody out that was there and that I missed. But let's just put it this way: if you weren't there, let's hope you're there next year, and that next year they make a statement at Matt's. It's kind of the biggest truck show in the world, I think. So I think it needs it really does kind of require and call out to the OEMs to be there.
Yeah, it's like the Super Bowl of or not the Super Bowl, but
Daytona, man.
the Daytona of truck shows.
Yeah, it's
It kicks it
Daytona.
off for the whole truck show season. So
Yeah. Yeah, and Jamie's right there. Peterbilt, like I said, Peterbilt's doing their big event in Fort Worth, and um, I know a little something about that. I do. And even in Charles, by the way, good to have you on the show. I get it that, like I said, there's redistribution going on of all the different budget that's out there for marketing for for this, for that, and the other thing. And then there's the companies that, they're just flat out gone. I mean, so there's a lot of layers, a lot of reasons of why things are the way they are. And we may just have to end up getting used to it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Kenworth is doing their big KW, appreciation show again in Ohio. And, good for you guys. I really think Kenworth is just, jumping in and making some things happen for their customers that, everybody else could probably take a page out of that book and do the same. And listen, their brother, sister, which one in that relationship, Peterbilt's been doing that for years out there in Denton, Texas, their show that they have. It's an invitation only kind of deal. And there's Miss Sherry. What's going on, Sherry? That's my sister out in Florida, I almost said Florida, in Alabama. Yeah, golly, she's hanging in there. Other shows that are coming up, though, that I don't think are going to fall into such a scrutiny or otherwise, concern like this that did in Louisville. Obviously, Truckin For Kids is coming up. You guys know about that. If you don't, pay attention. It's coming up, and it's going to be April 29th, 30th this year. That's a Saturday and a Sunday, 2 full days. Going to have truck drags on Sunday all day. Go to truckinforkids.org. It's right over there, down there somewhere now. And get yourself pre-registered, get your tickets for the weekend, whatever you want to do to get in and go and have a great time. Always a good time for a great cause. And I'll tell you what, this is shaping up to be some show. Can't go into all the details of how many and so on, but I can tell you that pre-registration is looking good, but we want it to look better. So get on over there and get pre-registered. Most of the Team 10-4 crew is going to be there. We'll all be on site as we can. I think we have one member right now that's not going to be able to make it out there, but yeah, it's going to be a great show. Chad Violet's coming. Heck, that's enough reason for me to go right there.
Right.
That's of course because he's driving the truck for Roadworks to get the Roadworks truck out there, I'm sure. So, but no less important than whether he showed up with or without the truck. Good to have you on board, Chad. Billy Joe Burrell did make it into the show. Good to have you, buddy. Yeah, this year, I mean, there's a lot of details to the show as far as the silent auction. We've got some parameters we're setting up on that this year so we can do a little better on generating a better income drive for the kids. I mean, look, everything we do at this show is for the kids. At the end, we take all the money. It goes to Shriners. That's it. Obviously, we're going to pay for the cost of doing the show. Our part of the charity is obviously all the work and time and labor that goes into it to make it happen. But of course, we got to pay for everything, so that comes out of the budget as well. But in the end, when it's all totaled up and it's time to hand a check over to the Shriners Children's Hospital, we want it to be a nice big one. And last year, we gave them a check for $40,000, and we're looking to increase that. So the only way that's going to happen is with sponsors, with people being generous at the silent auctions. And listen, I'll tell you, there's been guys in the past, literally during awards and at different times throughout the show, have come up with Ziploc bags full of money and just gone, here you go. Nice. And made their donations. So nothing is turned down at any time, however you decide that you want to, donate it and share the money. So we are accepting of all methods and ways, but we'd love to have you there at the show. We got a lot of vendors. I think we're somewhere in the neighborhood of about 30 vendors that are going to be on site this year. Don't know the total on drag trucks, on the super drags, but I'm sure we're going to have all these guys that are all over Facebook that have been posting up their trucks and pictures at the different races that they've been at. So it's going to be happening. It's going to be a great show, and we want to see as many of you there as we possibly can. Look out! Look out! There's an alert. Mr. Dan Linz, look out. What's going on?
I'm wearing my Truckin For Kids logo there.
Yeah, you know what? Well, let me take the let me take the screen out of the way so we can all see a little better there. for now, and I'm wearing the latest in 10-4 attire right here. I've got my official new 10-4 shirt. Of course, there's the front. There's the front of it right there. You guys can see that, and then the back you can't see, but here's the back of it right here, and that's that beautiful number 13 Magini and Son Truckin. So be sure and look for that at Truckin For Kids as well. What's going on, Dan? You took a break to come out and chat with everybody. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, I thought I better. Yeah, we're just, since we got back from Matt's, we're just getting ready for TFK, and there's lots to do and trying to bang out the program and get that ready so we can get it to the printer so that I can get working on 10-4 magazine and get it to the printer, and lots to do. But, I just wanted to jump in and say, I was listening a little bit to the Matt's talk, and I think the show for 10-4 magazine was fantastic. I mean, our booth was really busy. The building we were in was packed and busy. We had our new shirts to debut, and they did really well. Passed out all but 1 or 2 bundles of magazines, and we brought lots of posters, lots of centerfolds. The booth was really busy. It was so busy I could hardly get out of it. I was in the booth most of the show, so I didn't even get to, I never even went into the South Hall. I went one time through the West Hall really quick, and I think I went outside, just for the light shows for the most part, except maybe Saturday afternoon. But it was a whirlwind like it always is, but it was a great show. And I wanted to thank Frank and his friend Paul for helping you out. That was awesome that we had that opportunity for them to do that.
Absolutely.
Made things go a lot smoother. So thank you, Frank.
You guys are very welcome. Glad to help you guys out.
So I hope that you guys have fun doing it, because if you do, then that's a win-win. So
I'll be looking forward to doing it again next year.
And honestly, except for Friday's weather, we can't complain a bit. I mean, the weather was fantastic. We had beautiful skies on Sunday for a photo shoot we got to slip in. So look for that soon. And
Sunday.
Huh?
It was actually Sunday, wasn't it, that we got the photo shoot in?
Yeah. Did I say Saturday?
I think you did.
I don't know.
I meant Sunday.
Doing one big blur.
But so it was a beautiful day. I mean, it was better than it was here in California. So
right.
But we had a good time, a lot of things, and I'm just only going to jump on here for a second. So I just wanted to add a few things that that NHRDA event is happening down in Chandler, Arizona this weekend. So anybody who's interested, go down. 10-4 magazine is sponsoring all the big rig bracket racing. Stay loaded. Our partners and friends will be there, and they'll have some TFK flyers they're handing out for us, some current magazines, as well as the NHRDA themselves at registration. And we'll have some banners up. And so we'll have some representation out there, but, and hopefully we'll be able to drum up some racers to come up to our show from there as well, since it's just, 2 weeks after that, as frightening as that sounds to say. But yeah,
quick, man. It's like trucking in the old days. You do one drop and then it's a turn to the next, and that's kind of how this is going from Louisville, Kentucky, and Matt's right on down to Irwindale, California for Truckin For Kids.
Yeah, it is. It's shaping up to be pretty amazing, though. We're getting everything organized and getting all the last minute details done, and getting all the last minute vendors and sponsors, and our silent, I can tell you our silent auction is going to be amazing. We have $25,000 worth of product to auction off.
Wow.
So, our buckets are going to be a little bit more full than last year. And this year they're going to have a lid, which is cool. So, our vendors, we went from 25 vendors last year to 31 vendors this year. We might have a few more, but we're looking to kind of close that off. So if anybody is out there thinking about being a vendor, you better jump on that like in the next day or two. Otherwise, we're going to kind of close that up and start finalizing our floor plan. But lots going on for sure. A lot of moving parts, and but it's exciting, and I think it's shaping up to be a great event.
Well, we're looking forward to it as well. I know everybody in the studio is. I know everybody outside watching, and everybody that follows us on our social media is looking forward to it. I want to take a second and say hey to JC. What's going on, JC? Good to have you on the show. Swamp East, Missouri. Yeah, we know about that. That's all part of the 10-4 magazine event calendar. Go over there and check that out. You guys are looking for a show this weekend. That's another one that's happening. So one end of the country or the other, we got you covered. And Jamie has said he has got to go, and we'll catch Jamie next time. the show in Irwindale, Truckin For Kids this year, we're going to have Light the Lot on Saturday night. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have everybody lit up and sharing their trucks at night. So back to the old style truck show at nighttime down in Irwindale. Can't wait for that to happen too.
Absolutely.
So good stuff going on. I can't. I got to dovetail in on Dan. You were saying it was a good show for 10-4. I absolutely agree. And the West Wing, and I said at the opening of the show, the North Wing and the West Wing were definitely all the buzz of the show. It seemed like we had just a completely continuous line of traffic going through, and people hanging out and checking booths and talking to people, and I think everybody that went to the show as a vendor got what they were looking for, and I think that all the spectators, same thing, they got what they were looking for as well.
Not only were there amazing trucks out on the lot outside, but it seems like there's a lot of amazing trucks finding their way inside. And there was just some cool stuff in booths, and I'm almost thinking people are wanting to be booth trucks more than
yeah,
a little bit less competition. And
no pressure, man.
Just be inside, and your truck's out of the weather, and
no pressure.
There was a lot. That B model that Kenworth in the Lifetime booth was it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, be sure and check that out. That was our Thursday morning, our Friday morning opening live stream from the Lifetime booth right there, and the interview with JR there at Lifetime Products, as well as on Saturday from the Renegade booth. 3 great looking trucks over there, man. You just can't deny what's going on. I think that there's always been good trucks inside, but again, the bar keeps kind of elevating on that too, and it was fun to see all the guys inside. I didn't make it over to a couple of locations, but man, it's just impossible to see them all. I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen, boy. It's much as you want to, and then you see them on Facebook or wherever, Instagram, and you're like, oh, dang, I missed that one, and I'll put this out there for next year, guys. If you've got something inside and you think that you'd like to have us come by and take a look at it, that's parked in a booth, get a hold of me and let me know. I'd love to make sure I don't miss out this time. And one of them is the guys from Las Vegas that have those trucks that they brought in. One of them looks like it's about a 65 or 66 Dodge Power Wagon on the back of the flatbed, and he's got a rat rod pulling it. Stay Loaded shot some real nice footage of that truck, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Welder Up's truck.
There you go, Welder Up. Yeah.
Steve Welder Up.
Yeah, fun stuff. I would have loved for us to gotten into that and had a live stream from there. So you guys that are out there, and those of you that kind of have an eye out there and you see something, drop us a note, man. We'd love to hear from you. We've got eyes, but we only got so many, and we'd love to hear from you guys too, and make sure we kind of capture everything we can. We had a pretty full plate every single day, so it wasn't that we were looking for something to do. We certainly found a lot, but there's just so much more out there. It's just, you do what you can, right? That's it. Sure. So
I'm gonna say something, a little plug here for Truckin For Kids. I'm sure everyone's tired of it, but pre-registration is going really well. I'm going to encourage you to pre-register. truckinforkids.org.
Yeah.
Go and pre-register your truck, get in, make sure you get a bucket. You get a better price. It'll be simpler at the gate. I would also encourage people not to show up early on Saturday morning, because it's going to be a traffic jam, and just cruise in at 9:30, 10 o'clock. You'll miss the rush. You won't have to deal with lining up anywhere, and everything will just be chill. So get her done, come out and do that. And we look forward to seeing everybody. I'm going to get back to work on the things I need to do. So Frank, John, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll talk to you guys all real soon again.
Yep. Absolutely. Thanks for taking some time, Dan, and saying howdy to everybody. Get back to work. We need you to print that magazine so we can get the May edition out.
One thing at a time.
All right, buddy.
All right, guys.
We'll see you in a bit. Have a good one.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Yeah.
All right. Dan Linz, everybody. 10-4 Magazine co-founder and creator, and main man at the magazine these days. So I wasn't sure if we were going to get him in here tonight or not. Stephanie Haas also lingering around doing what she's doing. She's very busy right now as well, and that's why she's not here tonight. She's still dealing with Matt's obligations, so we'll catch up with we'll catch up with Stephanie, the diesel addict, later, and she'll be out at Truckin For Kids too. So if y'all want to catch up with Stephanie, you can in person at Truckin For Kids. I don't know what else to say, man. We could talk a little bit more about Matt's, but I'm already looking forward to next year. You know, it's like you finish it and now you start, you know, winding things up again for the new one and or the next one. And in our case, you know, that's Truckin For Kids right now. But you know, back to the conversation we were having before Dan got in. You know, I really hope that next year is a year that the OEMs come back in and everybody else that couldn't make it out there this year does, and they make a big statement next year that hey, you know, we're back and this is the show to be at.
I don't think it's really a good show without the OEMs. I mean, you know, that's what I used to go for, is to go see all the new stuff that they were coming out with, and now that they're not there, it's, you know.
Well, and there's something to be said there too about that, and that's that there is some new stuff going out. Oscar, what's happening, buddy? Yeah, hey, I hope you got yourself and all your friends coming out for Truckin For Kids. Oscar J. Velasquez there. He's got that badass Kenworth drag truck, super drag truck he's bringing out there. So can't wait to see that thing running out there. I know for a fact that there's some stuff going on behind the scenes with certain OEMs that are going to be introducing certain new products that, you know, I think most of us probably have a pretty good idea what that is going to be. You know, one of them, I mean, obviously Peterbilt, there's no secret there. I've got 589 coming out, and you know, they're gonna the last. In fact, I just got a customer. I just took a build from, and that means a new transfer build. I think it was a transfer. Anyways, he got one of, if not the last 389. It's a 2024 389.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. So very lucky. And what's going on out there? Hey, what's going on, Christy? Gosh, that's awesome. Randy, what's happening, buddy? Christy Wolf, that's so awesome. I love it when some of my old friends from going back to when we were kids drop in on the show and say howdy, man. That's freaking awesome. The 389, the end of that line is it's the end of the line for it. 589 is coming out. What does it look like? I saw a picture of it. It looks pretty much the same. Wider cab, from what I understand, and still the same front end, basically, and you know, just some changes. But the big news is, you know, is going to be what's it going to be powered by, and what kind of transmission is it going to have? What, you know, what's the drivetrain going to be? And I think PACCAR is really pushing hard to make it all. They want to be the, you know, they're kind of going back to what Mac was back in the day, you know, which was, it was all their stuff.
Yeah.
And Mac, you know, that's how they made their bones. They built everything. It was all theirs. Nobody else's. So we'll see what happens. There's some other things I know for a fact that are coming along as well in the industry that some do know about, but not very many, and some know nothing about because there's, you know, certain what do you call it, non-disclosures that are out there and won't let anybody talk about it. So we'll see what happens, and you guys will see it when it all gets revealed. Electricity is a big issue and a big topic for everybody. It's kind of funny how the autonomous trucks have taken sort of a back seat a little bit to, you know, electric powered trucks. And I guess it's, you know, whatever's trending, right? It's kind of how it's gone, I suppose. And that's sort of where things are at. So I don't think there's any less drive to do the autonomous trucks. I think those are still going to be being underdeveloped and development and coming, but they're not as big and in their face as they were.
I think some of those companies are actually going out of business.
Say that again.
Aren't some of those companies that were doing the autonomous trucks going out of business?
Well, I don't know who's in and who's out. Again, you start linking things to the last 2 years of the country's economy and decline of the economy due to a lot of different reasons. I won't go into the politics of it, but
Right.
everybody's blaming it. Everybody's blaming it all on COVID, that it was COVID's fault. But whatever. The fact is we all went through a lot of hell to make it through those 2 years, and some came out okay, and others didn't. Does that mean these other companies didn't make it? Probably. And I don't know. Also, if the money is gone from the federal government grants and things that were out there to try to develop this stuff, or any other sources, income sources that were out there have dried up, I don't know. But you're not seeing as much of that. It's just not in your face like it was. Right now, the big thing is, California by 2035, no more diesel trucks, but for sale in the state of California. I think it's 2050. They want to outlaw diesel trucks. Period.
Big mistake.
No diesel trucks in California. Really? Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, come on.
How are you going to have the power grid to support all that?
Well, and you're not. We don't. They don't. Sorry, they don't. I'm not a part of that mess anymore.
Right.
They don't. And really, here's something really interesting. I have a friend that works at the place where they control the power grid in the state of California. Okay, and I've known this guy for like 6-7 years, and the conversations we had without giving anything away, it's just laughable. And he's not sitting there blowing smoke up my what. He's telling me what we already know, most of us, and that's that the power's not there. You can only send so much power to so many places, but you got to have the power to send out there to everywhere that needs it, and they don't have it. It's just not there. So Billy Joe, yeah. Horse and buggy. There we go. We're back to the horse and buggy.
Back to Amish ways.
Yeah. So the reality, though, is that 2035 to stop selling diesel trucks in California. I don't know. Good luck with that. 2050 to outlaw diesel trucks in California. Good luck with that again, too. That will drive whatever's left of, I think, the working residents and working man in the state of California out of the state of California, because they won't be able to afford any of the services and goods any longer, because whatever came in by truck will no longer be able to come in. Right. It'll be a very minimal amount of routes and trucks coming in that might be electric, or everything else comes in by train. And what's train powered by? You may say electric, right? No, yeah, diesel electric. There you go. So, yeah, anyway, that's a whole rabbit hole that we could probably dive down and go crazy with. But you know what I would love to see is that some of these shows like Matt's is have these people that have these great ideas, and they say that they're going to make it all happen. Why aren't you there? Were you there? Were they there telling everybody about all this stuff, showing how it's going to work, making believers out of us, or trying to? I don't know. I didn't see it, didn't hear it. It wasn't a buzz of conversation, a topic of conversation.
Well, I was watching a Reels on Instagram, and there was this guy talking about how that all these, you can't use electric trucks in construction because there's not going to be enough power to run those trucks and get things done.
Billy Joe, I'm not going to share that, but everybody that wants to see it can. Too funny. The fact is right now that there's not enough power to sustain any plans of 2035 or honestly 2050 to do what these people want or think they can do. It's just not there. The infrastructure is not there. The charging stations are not there. There's not. So on a very limited basis, I think, look, a smart idea would be, okay, you want to have some electric cars, you want to have some electric trucks. Let's integrate them into the grid, into the system, but not make it all about them, and still have the gas, the diesel, whatever's out there running, but have a few of these other ones that are out there and doing their part as well. And Randy, I have this. I will share. Yeah. Can we outlaw California? I don't know, man. I don't know. I left, so I don't know. I'm now an Oregonian, and I can't really tell you if that's a big step above or better, but I can tell you where I'm at in Oregon, it's amazing. So it's a great place to be. California is never going to solve all their problems. That's for damn sure, nor is anyone else. But, why create more as you go along? And I just see that's what they're doing. It seems like they just keep stepping in it and
Making it worse.
Yeah, making it worse. So whatever the case may be. So anyway, a lot of great shows coming up, guys, and I can't wait to see everybody at them. I kind of did a run through on our event calendar, and all together this year have around 8 shows that are targeted for me alone to be at and do some live streaming from. So that's including Truckin For Kids, NorCal, Diesel, that's NHRDA, the NorCal regionals that are going to be happening in Reading. I would love to make it up to Brooks. Don't know if I'll be able to or not. I'm pretty sure that we will have coverage up there. I know we'll have coverage up there. I'm just not positive who, but it might be Dan and Shan. It might be others as well. But love to see that one happen. GBATS is coming up. Frank, we're going to see you in person at GBATS, right?
Unfortunately, no. The only show that I'm going to see you guys is at the Mid-America Truck Show. I mean,
Mid-America this year, huh?
Yeah, I got a pretty busy June, and I got the Kenworth show set up, and Coonley Trucking is going to have their show, the Uphill Drag Racing.
Yep.
In the end of June into the first week of July.
And that is a NAST show, by the way, I believe.
Yes.
That is the National Association Show Truck show. So one for you guys to check out. Again, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to bring it up here right now. In fact, give me just 1 second and I can do it. Let's go here. And there it is. Bada bang. Truck shows. So if you guys haven't seen it, over here on our website, 104magazine.com, obviously there's the URL, 104magazine.com. Go on over here to the events tab, click on it. The first show of the year was Mid-America, and then it goes from there. As Dan said, Desert Diesel Nationals are happening this weekend, April 14th and 15th, down at Wild Horse in Chandler. And listen, guys, that's possibly one of the last events that's going to happen at that famous track. They're tearing it down this year and making it into either a smaller version of itself or completely torn down. I'm not sure. Swamp East also noticed is on there, and all the rest. That you just start scrolling down, you'll see so many shows that are happening. The Shine in the Pines going on again. Troy Huddleston Memorial. I mean, the list goes on. You guys go there, check it out for yourself, see which ones you can pick out and make it to this year. Love to see you at as many as possible. Again, for me, I will be down here. Oh, and so almost forgot. Let me back it up here. Where's it at? Right there, the ATHS National Antique Show in Reno, Nevada, June 8th through the 10th. Team 10-4 will be there, and we will be live streaming from there as well. That was one fun show a couple years back when they had it there. 3/19, I think it was 2019, when that show took place there. Looking forward to that happening again. If you guys are going to be able to make it to Reno, it's a great time. I can tell you this: the Grand Sierra Resort, they're telling us that it's full, so you're going to have to find other lodging if you haven't booked any place yet. But that's going to be one big show. I imagine they pretty much covered like around the resort itself, around the buildings, 3/4 of it. And this year, I would imagine they're going to get that and probably more. It was that popular of a show. So looking forward to that happening. And then we'll wind up the year in Dixon, California at the Bobtail Apparel Show. And that was another good show that we enjoyed. Can't go away without mentioning Souza Memorial Truck Show, September 29th, 30th, and October 1st down at this year in Stanislaus County Fairgrounds, Turlock, California. And of course, the big change there is going from June to September to give us a little cooler weather to deal with and not bake out there in that California Central Valley sun that is so famous. So, yeah, Chad, looking forward to it, buddy. Are you bringing the big truck to that one as well, or are you just coming as Chad Violet and taking pictures? I'm curious to know that.
I think he's probably bringing the big truck.
To the ATHS? Yeah, maybe, huh? That'd be another one for them to definitely show up to. So we'll see y'all there. Listen, we're pretty much out of time. I think we've ran it almost up against the hour, or we're 10 minutes away from the top of it. So, Frank, again, thanks so much for all your help, and not just this year, buddy, but for all the years that you've shown up and brought Paul along, and you guys come in and hang out and just kind of jump in and do whatever needs to be done and help out with the 10-4 crew and the booth, and this year with me and Studio 10-4 Live out and about in the show. It was a lot of fun.
If I make it down there again next year, we'll give you a hand for sure.
Oh, I hope you guys do
this year.
Yeah, I hope you guys do. I can't see the show without you, man.
Right, exactly. Got to have a shot of tequila too.
Yeah. Well, hey, and if you don't have one, here's one to get you started.
Right.
Incidentally, that's a little Don Julio. And Yeho that was as a part of a parting gift of when I left California. So yeah, that's some good stuff. Chad, thanks for that. Full-time Roadworks. So yeah, he's bringing the big truck. So we'll see you there, man. Roadworks in full dress. So that's going to be exciting. All right, Frank, take care. I know you got to get to bed because you're the all-night overnighter guy, and waking up early, and while the rest of us are asleep, man, you're going to be moving the freight. So you take care. Stay safe out there. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Frank Strohmeyer there, guys. And if you didn't know Frank and hadn't seen him, he's a regular contributor at 10-4 Magazine. Check out all of his work, and you can go in the archives of things that have gone on as recent as last month, this month, whatever, and check out what Frank's got that he's sharing. In fact, Brandon Carpenter's truck was this month's story from Frank. In fact, I'll bring it up here if I'm not mistaken. Let's bring that up. There it is. Bada bing. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, there it is, by Frank Strohmeyer, Murphy's Law, and that's Brandon Carpenter. And Brandon Carpenter is the young man that has been trucking for quite a while, and this is his beautiful A model right here. He's been trucking for quite a while, and he's the builder of Easy Money, which is, of course, Gary Jones' truck that we did a walk around at Matt's out in the parking lot there at the PKY show. So, Frank, I didn't get you in there when. In fact, I'm going to bring Frank back. He's right there. I know he's watching, but you did this shoot, so I'll let you have a minute or two over it, and we'll roll through some of these shots, man. Okay.
Okay. That was at Brandon's mother's house at the garage. In the backyard. So
that really came out nice, man. Nice looking shot, nice looking truck. I really like that.
My favorite one, I think. Yeah.
Of course, there's Brandon, our host.
Yep, that was in the driveway in front of the house.
Little inside shot there.
Yeah. And the cool thing was as I began the photo shoot, I gave him one of our 10-4 magazine stickers. And he ripped that thing right out of my hand and applied it right to the inside of his visor.
Do we have that in that shot that I was just showing?
No, there's
there. It is one. Right there.
Yeah, up in the left-hand corner there. Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah.
Attaboy, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon.
Chad, take care, buddy. We'll see you, and we'll see you in Truckin For Kids, man, soon. A couple weeks.
And the real cool thing about this truck, it has a 14-liter Detroit 60 series in it.
Huh.
Yeah. And 13-speed double overdrive.
Man, that's some gears. I had that in one of my old transfers.
Well, the funny thing is after I got done with this photo shoot, he brought the truck into his shop March and then stretched it another 30 inches. So now it's sitting at 275-inch wheelbase. So, long is good. Yeah.
Got the Galaxy radio up there, I can see.
Galaxy radio, and he's got the bus tent windows in the front windshield.
I like that look, man. Yeah. I like that look. I do. Yeah. I first time I've seen that this year was at the show, and I'm like, hey, I kind of like that.
Yeah, he's got a cool W900L that he's putting together too of his own. So. And there's his logo.
Yeah.
So.
Got some tags going there.
He's got some real cool retro stuff, you know.
Yeah.
in his on the truck and in his possession too. You even saw it in the trailer too that we were drinking the beer in.
Yep.
At the show.
Yep.
And there, that was taken with a fisheye lens, which I like to use.
Yes, you do. I like those shots. There's that Detroit.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Well,
I jumped in there. I wanted to make sure everybody got a look at that. So again, if you guys haven't seen Frank's work, definitely check out this month's edition of 10-4 magazine and story in there about Brandon Carpenter and Murphy's Law by Frank Strohmeyer. So thanks again, Frank.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.
Take care, buddy.
All right, you too.
All right, y'all. So listen, I'm going to shut her down for today. Studio 10-4 Live. Enjoyed bringing the show to you guys today and talking about everything that we were able to cover. Hey, listen, Matt's and PKY, man, we had a great time. So, don't take anything that we discussed and talked about in the wrong spirit. We want the best for everything and everybody, just like you do. So we're just hoping for the best outcome of this year and next year, and that next year the OEMs show up and really make a statement about making Matt's great again. Hey, where did I say that out loud? I don't know, but I think that it was a good show, and we had a good time being there, and appreciate Toby and all the people, JC and everything that all the guys do to make it happen. There's a lot of work that goes into making a truck show. Trust me, being part of Truckin For Kids and the 10-4 magazine, Team 10-4, and everything that we got going on. You definitely get a real clear view of what it takes to make one of these happen. So I can take those off now. And listen, we will see you guys next week. In case you all didn't recognize what's behind me, that right there, there's a shot. That is a picture of my trailer, my old trailer. That was either Dan or Eric that shot that picture when they did the photo shoot of my transfer back in the day up in Jamestown at the George Reed plant. And there was the shiny hiney looking good. That's the stainless panel of my road transfer trailer back in the day. Love that truck, man. Miss that truck. I hope that's made somebody some money somewhere along the way, because it's no longer in California. That was an 02. So it's somewhere outside of California now. Unfortunately, I'd love to find that truck. But anyways, listen, everybody, get yourself pre-registered for Truckin For Kids. That's important. Get yourself set up so you can come down, spend the weekend with us. That's the 29th and 30th of April. It's coming up. It's 2 weeks away. Truck drags all day on Sunday. A lot of fun show trucking going on Saturday, and the light show on Saturday night. So look forward to seeing you all there. Till then, you guys keep the shiny side up. We'll look for you next week. We've got a couple of cover truckers that we're going to bring in. We're going to do a makeup show, hopefully with the Magini family. We couldn't get them in last month because of the weather down in California. They were getting flooded out. And this month's cover right here, Bruce and Kelly Cohn, right? You guys haven't seen that. Hopefully you've gotten your copy of 10-4 magazine. And if you haven't gotten it, one of two ways to correct that so it doesn't happen again, and that is subscribe. You'll get your edition every month sent to you, and on time and in perfect condition in a clear plastic jacket, just the same way that came off the press at the printers and mailed to your address. You just tell us where you want it sent. You can get that by going to our website. You can get it over on our Facebook page, whatever you'd like to do. All the shirts and hats and everything as well. We've got links to get those, the brand new Magini celebration shirts here, the signature shirt that we have that I'm wearing today, and I shared with you earlier. That's available there as well. Look forward to seeing you at Truckin For Kids. We're 2 weeks out, but next week we will have one of our cover truck story people on with us and get caught up on the rest of what's going on out there in our world. Take care till then. Again, guys, keep the shiny side up. We'll see you soon.